Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Lost Ideas of Odin. Well, we're recovering fairly well, I would say. We've gone ahead and started expanding in our home region a little bit more. We've got some good plans of attack and I think it might just work out. We've been able to stability up, which is fantastic. We're now at 2 out of 3, which is phenomenal, giving us some very nice monetary bonuses. We are still not making the most amount of money we ever could, but at the same time, we are not losing out on a stack. So, you know, I'm willing to accept that. We can go ahead and now pick up tech level 8 for our military, which is going to be very nice. Our current cost is only 532. 532. Okay, well, we'll take it nonetheless. I'm happy with that. Oh, I guess here we go. Yeah, we've got the expanded war council. We did get an event in the last one for reduced cost. We also have some innovativeness and bits and bobs. So we'll go ahead and accept that. That will do splendidly. We are technically on time, or if not mildly ahead, for 4 more years. Unfortunately, colonialism has spawned to our first European foe of the Castilians. We're going to have to try and make nice with the West Indies, so we could maybe, I don't know, purchase it from them or even just, you know, snipe it a little bit. Either way, it would be ideal. But for now, that's just going to have to be as it is. We're still working on our state agenda for the next 18 years. We need to get up our control to 65%. We are slowly increasing that as we are beginning to hold more in this trade node. We're still working on the natural harbour up over here. If the Micmac, or I don't know, move back, we will attack them, and so we can take all of their extra production and take the bonus of that natural harbour too. But for now, that's just going to have to be on the back burner, as they've decided to shuffle away from where we want to be. Alright, so with everything else, it looks like we're actually making some decent money as of now, which I'm happy with. We do have enough spy network against these this tribe here. I'm going to go ahead and fabricate a claim there. That will do splendidly. That means, well, I think that means we can go ahead and attack them. We will lose an ally, but that will give us a subject if we subjugate them. We do have a couple of relationship spaces open, so it's not the be-all and end-all. Oh, and Pequot, hang on a second. We're still allied to them. Are they at all open to vassalization yet? No, still only 20 reasons off. I don't see that changing anytime soon. We've got solid trust, stacks of favour. So I guess there's not much we can really do there. So I guess we'll just have to go with what we've got. But at the very least, we know that Iroquois won't eat them up anytime soon. Alright, so now that we've got that sorted, let's reduce the spy network there. I think we bring you up over here. I don't think we'll be fighting anyone with a navy, so let's find our trade fleet and we'll go ahead and tell them not to go to port during war. And for now, I think we'll get them to move their trade power back to Chesapeake Bay. Money is really important right now. We can always send them back when we need the last % or two for our objective. So either way, that will be what we do there. Let's bring our army up to full maintenance, I think. Yeah, they're tech level 4, we're tech level 8. That is going to be an absolute slaughter. Let's just double check how many troops. 22,000. I don't think that's going to change too much, because we can fight these guys, break them up, attack these guys. That's another, what, that's half the army's already gone? Yes, so let's see, tech level 4, and I believe I saw Ottawa on there as well. Where are you? We did see you in an earlier war. Oh wait, you're all the way up here. Okay, well, yeah, 6,000 men, another 5,000. Yeah, this is going to be fairly straightforward, I think. So let's go ahead and start boosting up our army maintenance. We're going to start losing a bit of money until we raise the war taxes. That will be enough. Luckily, we don't have any... we do not have any... what do we call it? Reinforcements to worry about. Let's bring you up over here. We will go... yeah, I think that should be the quickest way forwards. Yeah, 8,000 men against 6,000, severely outnumbering them. That will be fantastic. And before we start that war, it appears we have a new government reform. Okay, Tier 4, State and Religion. What do we want? So, we technically have embedded Norse traditions. So, that would mean winning wars increases legitimacy, or its equivalent, by 5. Republican tradition gets 2 instead. That'll allow us to raid coasts, gain more naval tradition from battles, as well as army tradition from battles, as well as improving, or actually increasing the Godar influence. I'm not sure if that's something we really need, but noted. There's also curtail clerical privileges. So seizing land from the clergy does not trigger rebellions. We get extra religious unity and admin tech cost reduction. That could be helpful. We have a lot of tech to pick up, and well, decreasing influence just makes it easier to revoke the privileges. Expanding temple rights would give us more taxes and decrease unrest. So that's not a bad 2-for-1 deal. And then maintain the balance of power. We gain a diplomat, as well as all estates loyalty. Equilibrium is increased. Well, you know what? At the moment, I'm actually really quite torn. Religious unity would give us a little bit of extra leeway, and I do like the idea of not paying as much for tech. That's always an expensive endeavor. A very expensive endeavor, so that wouldn't be bad. We could also... where was it? Yeah, reducing the influence as well could be very useful. We also then have... extra tradition is nice for battles, but again, I don't like giving the influence. We could go ahead and... I think it's either a 50-50 between curtailing the privileges and expanding rights. Now, as much as I would enjoy more taxes, I think what we're going to end up running with is... actually, you know what? Religious unity. Hang on a second. What kind of future ideas could we be looking at? At some point, we're either going to want to go with religious ideas or humanist ideas. We should probably have a quick look. So, let's see. More global settlers and better assimilation if we went with humanist. That would work out well. We would also then get less unrest. Less years of separatism. That is also very, very desirable. Tolerance of heathens. More cultures to be accepted. Bonus religious unity. Improved relations. And idea cost is also reduced. You know, humanist does look fairly good there. We then do have religious ideas as well. For missionary strength and more missionaries. More manpower and true faith. More missionary strength. What else is there? Prestige per development from missionary is increased with the Inquisition. Opinions of the same religion. Deus Vult is obviously very powerful. Culture conversion? Extra loyalty equilibrium. And that would... what would that pair with? That would pair with exploration ideas for extra missionary strength, as well as liberty desire from subject development. Again, not bad, but I don't know necessarily what we want. Again, we really do need to go for one or the other. It's more or less needed in every playthrough. So I'm thinking... I do like the idea cost reduction. The extra religious unity does help. Tolerance will make things a little bit more stable. More cultures could be somewhat beneficial as well. Less separatism is always good though. Well, you know what? We have to convert everything to Norse. I think we have to go with religious ideas. I don't think that that is something that we can really negotiate. Yeah, at least that'll make things cheaper. We'll be nice and strong. Yeah, I just don't see how we're meant to convert everything to Norse and not be so inclined. So I think that that's what we're going to go ahead and do. So we don't need the bonus. We don't need the bonus religious unity. No, so I guess we'll go with the let's go ahead and we'll pick up the temples. Yeah, so that should be rather good for us. So that does hang on a second. I thought that that reduced their influence. Whoops. Oh, that was the other one. All right. Well, you know what? That's fine. We'll be able to manage. It's not like their influence is through the roof or anything like that. So yeah, we'll be able to handle all of that. But that will give us some nice little benefits. That'll keep our unrest particularly low. Extra taxes is going to mean that we're going to be able to boost up our economy that little bit quicker. Yeah, I think we'll be perfectly fine. So. Alright, that's the last little bit of our army maintenance sorted out. Let's go ahead and declare war. We can call in our ally, but I don't think it's really necessary. They've got 22,000, we've got 12,000. I think we just go ahead and confirm. Alright, so off we march, and off to annihilate the first army. So, what have we got? We are fighting in defensive terrain for the enemy, which is annoying. But if it looks like a stack wipe, I can accept a handful of casualties. Alright, so there's you. Who else are we going to war with? We've got you up over here and you two over there. I think we'll say... I'm... tempted. What do we need? We need a couple of people there. I think for now. Yeah, you're almost done there as well. What do we need? Another year or two and we're sorted. I think we'll go and lay siege to Cree. Yeah, we'll leave the ticking war goal for now. It doesn't really matter one way or the other. We do have an ally in the... oh, wait a second. An ally or a subject? Hang on a second. Let's just look. Yeah, we do have a subject in this war. They are told to currently siege things down, assuming I remembered correctly. Yes. So they'll probably start sieging that for us. That'll be fine. We'll beat these guys up. Again, we want the money nice and early. We're trying to pay off our debts. And, yeah, we're even... making good money now that we have we are making good money now that we've got that the war taxes going on. So I think that that's rather good. We did finish up another colony. Do we want to keep on expanding yet again? That was, I think this is the one that we just finished. So what comes next? Where do we expand? Let's see. We've got some decent base production there. Better production here. You know what? That seems good enough. Let's go ahead and we'll start working on that. If we can hold all the base production in the region, that'll be very good for trade. And we already have soldiers nearby, so we can happily bounce them between these and maybe consolidate this little area. I don't know. Maybe prevent Great Britain from getting too close, because I'm sure they'll be on their way at some point in the future. I doubt it's going to be good for us if they do. But either way, we'll go ahead and let that be. Alright, so, soldiers, you go ahead and march on up. Staticona are indeed trying to do their darndest to help us out. They're at least occupying the spot, even if they're not sieging particularly well. So that should be fine. Let's march on up and see where their armies sit. Any day of the week now. There we go. Alright, so it appears they do not want to fight. Let's take half of our army. I think we'll take half the troops and the cavalry. That'll be 4,000 here, 4,000 there. We'll separate them out just so we can try and siege them both down at the same time. We do have the cannon that will help us finish one slightly faster than the other. But that should be pretty good. Alright, House Masvin is shaken. Lose prestige or legitimacy? I say legitimacy? Let's see, national unrest, that's not going to make much. Income from vassals is pretty nothing. Tolerances, I don't see any real issue there. Whereas prestige is already decaying. We'll lose the legitimacy, we'll get that back over time. It is ticking on upwards, so I'm not too concerned. Alright, so we've got that sorted. You guys are marching around doing whatever you guys do. That's all good. In fact, now let's start building some spy network just for that extra siege ability against these guys. Obviously, we don't want to be losing too many fights and whatever have you, but if we can piece them out without having to fight them, I'm also okay with this, because again, we're here for the money. We are here for the money, and that's probably what's needed. Oh dear. Where did you come from? Well, that's not ideal. Alright, hang on a second. When can we get there? On the 5th of June? Yeah, we're gonna hold out. That's a long time for us to be fighting. Yeah, we're rolling well, but it's not going to go well enough. I think we need to, yeah, we definitely need to stick together. Can we retreat? We're definitely going to be causing them many losses. Yeah, I think we go ahead and we back on up. At the moment, it looks like they've got some extra discipline. It appears that they're strict. Their morale is also not as bad as it could be. Yeah, and they just outnumber us too much at the moment. Let's go ahead and bail as soon as we can. That will be fine. We'll hopefully have enough numbers where they're not exactly looking to attack us. Apparently they're going to try, so when does that happen? 5th of June. Alright, we'll take a month of recuperation, and then we're going to shift consolidate. There we go. Are you almost there? When do you arrive? On the 3rd. They'll be there a day after. They do have more men attacking. Well, when do we arrive? On the 3rd? Alright, we'll give it a day. Let's go ahead and join on up together. We will shift consolidate. We do have fairly equal number. They will have the advantage with the forest, but maybe we'll be able to beat them. I don't know. It's not a guarantee. But we do have a cannon involved, which is going to mean we're going to be able to commit many, many more casualties, even if we don't win this, and it does look like that is not going particularly well. Alright, we're going to need to bail, I think. Yeah, they're marching in on the 29th. I think we preserve what we've got. Let's go ahead and quickly retreat. We are losing a bit of manpower, but that's just going to be inevitable for the moment. We could try and build up our manpower if we want. We have lost 4,000, but let's say, I don't know, an extra regiment of troops is probably not the worst thing to have. Yeah, let's go. Maybe we build up into second cavalry unit too. Yeah, let's go with 57 days here. Go with, oh no, that's most of our money. Alright, well, you know what? We'll build up 2 regiments then. Yeah, that is a lot of our cash gone out the window. But at the same time, too, we do need comparable numbers to be able to fight them comfortably. Alright, colony, self-sustaining, hip hip huzzah. We'll go ahead and shuffle you across. Hang on a second, where are you guys? 5,000 up over here. Oh no, we need 3,000 troops to be able to take them on. Alright, you know what? Maybe we go ahead and we quickly see if we can get back to friendly territory. We'll grab this extra set of troops as well. We'll try and regroup. Yeah, I guess I got a little bit big for our britches when we got that quick stack wipe early on. Oh yeah, they're tech level 5, not 4. Tech level 6 as well. Okay, so there's not a huge... There is a considerable difference, but it is not as outstanding as I thought it was. So, you know what? Staticona, you can happily go ahead and lose a few of your men to buy us some time as we skirt around. And with any luck, we should be there relatively soon. Alright, so... What have we got? We're being sieged, that's fine. Subjects, that's not a huge issue either. We do have boats, whereas they will have none. I suppose if you've got nothing to do, you could go out. Yeah, go out to the bay and we may as well blockade. That is probably the best thing we can do. That'll give us some little bits of war score. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, so let's speed up things again since we're not currently engaging. They're going to be staying relatively close to our capital. We might be able to scare them off even. Another colony is self-sustaining, which is just what we needed. We are slowly building up. Yeah, there we go. Extra development. Very, very nice. Where else can we go? I guess we could make our way down to Manhattan, maybe. Get some extra control there. Either that or we'll double down on this area just for the moment. What have we got? One... Production wouldn't be bad. Taxes isn't going to be terrible there. This is pretty safely ours. What else have we got? There's really nothing too incredible in the region. Oh, dearie me. Alright, well... I guess we can go ahead and start claiming this now. I don't know. I don't think they'll burn it to the ground. Yeah, but that will get us closer to being able to take that port. Wait, the port? Or the, yeah, the Emporium. Alright, I guess that'll have to do. Yeah. Alright, it just is what it is. Alright, so how are we going? We're up to 6,000 troops there. We've almost got our artillery back up and running. These guys have no cannons nor cavalry. They are trying to regroup there. We will... Oh, we can purchase a Splendor ability. You know, that could not have come at a better time. I think what we're going for is our adaptive combat terrain. So we gain a +1 bonus in the terrain of the capital, which is the forest, I believe. Let's just double check that, but either way, taking that back will be good. Oh no, it's the hills. Alright, so hills will be rather good for us. Yeah, lots of... There's a lot of forest around us, which is probably better, but at the same time too, it's not like the hills are inconsequential either. So I think... Oh dear, you're in a spot of bother. Alright, can we quickly chase some of them down? We're going to see if we can take them out. We might need you to retreat. If you can hold out for long enough. Knowledge sharing has ended. We might have to offer that, but I think you guys are cooked. Oh no, you're retreating. Okay, well that is something. You know what? We can catch you out while you're nice and small. You are in forest, although this is in hills. It would be a fair fight for us. Decisions, decisions. You know what? I wonder what they're going to do. They do technically outnumber us, but that's not going to change too much. These guys are trying to protect... Okay, I think in that case, we will wait until the 9th. There we go. And, where are they moving? They're moving out. We could fight them. They are in the hills. That would be an even battle for us. I think just maybe... Do something about that in a second. But before I forget, we're going to quickly zip down to our diplomacy tab. Let's go ahead and see if we can offer knowledge sharing. Any money is good money, so we will happily take that right now. Anything to boost our economy. And, you know what, we'll give it a day. They're almost locked in. They'll be there on the 14th and... Oh, wait a second. We don't share a border. If we go ahead and attack them in the hills, that would be a crossing penalty, but that would be the only one. We do have better numbers than them. It would only be a -1. When would we arrive? We'd arrive on the 21st. Some of them will arrive elsewhere on the 22nd. Alright, we'll give it another day or two. And it looks like they're going to try and hold. Alright, well... What do we do? I think we should probably hold back for a second. We'll chill here. It doesn't look like they want to attack us. Not where we're standing. We will have the benefit. If they attack us in the hills defensively, we are going to have a, well, a +2 comparatively. So that would be very, very dangerous for them. They do have decent numbers, but again, we can still continue on reinforcing, and that's going to be very good for us. Sure, so you can re-siege our province. That will prevent too much war exhaustion. It does look like they are attempting to get on out of here. They're bailing as well. I think they know that they're somewhat cooked, so let's march over here. We'll see if... oh, no, never mind. We'll take a 10-1, quite literally in this case, because that will be very effective for us. Hired by... Oh dear. Oh, you know what? They're level 3 troops. Okay, you know what? That's quite inconsequential. Good for their numbers, but bad for their safety. Yeah, so forest, this will be defensive for us. These guys are heading... you know what? I think we just go ahead and chill for the moment. Yeah, this is the main war goal. Maybe we do... I don't know. Do we take it? I don't know. It's, ticking war score wouldn't be bad, although I think we should probably just end up moving up and attacking. Yeah, so... You guys are going to need a little bit of time to regroup, so that's okay. I think they're trying to look scarier than what they actually are. So... Who's hiring these? Okay, so that's actually the main war participant. He's the one who's trying to do that. That's all good. It looks like they're running off for now. They do have... They got limited manpower. It is going down. But again, they don't have a huge amount of troops. If we could just take them out a little bit, that wouldn't be bad. But again, we've got to make sure that we're not taking extra war exhaustion. And the stronger we are when we attack, the better off we will be. We're renewing loans. That's honestly not a surprise. Inflation is going to increase, but again, we have paid that down relatively well, so I'm not super concerned in that regard. Yeah, bank loans are bigger these days, but not by enough for us to really make the most of things. Let's march you across and at least fight within a fairly relatively even front line. Yeah, because again, if we're being outflanked, that's going to make our life a little bit more difficult. But it does look like we have a queen of the people. What have we got? Until the death of our king. Would lose some admin power, but the national unrest wouldn't be bad. The legitimacy would also not be bad either. You know what? How old is our king? 40 years of age. I think it's a little bit late. Let's just pick up the legitimacy and we'll take the benefits that come along with that. You, on the other hand, we have, what, 9, almost 10,000 men in the front line, 11, so they would outflank us by a couple of regiments, but we're going to be considerably stronger. Maybe, Yeah, I think maybe for now we just see if we can take this. We're at minus 21. I don't really care what they're doing. They're not really able to siege down that much for us. And as annoying as it is, it's not the be-all and end-all. A comet sighted. Oh, well, of course. We've only just got up to more stability in the last couple of episodes. Why not lose it? The end is nigh. That it is. Alright, well, we'll take what we can get. We'll lay siege here. We'll allow them to burn through their manpower on a fort that will work well. We are finished improving relations with them. Alright, let's recall our diplomat and let's check in on them and see. Yeah, we've got friendly opinion with them, which is rather nice. That would mean that theoretically we could start increasing our knowledge of colonialism if we were, I don't know, able to purchase such things. Let's see, is there something we can do? No, I don't think that there's anything that we can really manage there. Yeah, I would have sworn that there was, because we can quite easily, oh, there we go, we can ask for knowledge sharing. Unfortunately, there is no institution we can really do. I think we're too far away. Either that or they haven't fully embraced it, which is also a bit of an annoyance. Alright, so that's just going to have to be as is. We'll quickly finish up this siege over here. As I said, we'll let them burn through some of their manpower, and then we will crush them. Again, we do know that 10,000 of those men are particularly weak. I do believe that they are only military tech 3, so that will be fine. We do have an uprising, but it looks like that is not exactly concerning. We can pick up a new idea, and I guess we can keep on working on maybe the unjust demand. That will get us closer to discipline, extra morale of navies, and then more global trade powers, so it's not the worst situation. And of course, if we can finish all of these, we will get some extra siege ability, which I am very keen for. Technology, we're just not going to get it. It's simple as that. I know that we're not going to get it for some time. Yeah, let's just continue on expanding and boosting up our discounts. So the next one's global settler increase. That will help us quite a lot with staying competitive in our expansion. So we'll definitely let that be, and hopefully that will work on out. Alright, what can we do? Oh, 7%? Can we... No, we're not lucky. So very, very seldom do you ever get a 7%. I genuinely wonder if it is indeed 7%. But either way, that looks like that has panned out. We'll go ahead and shuffle across here. We'll take the kill. What are we going to take from you in this war? Well, obviously your money. Obviously our claim. We could... you know, we'll probably be prestige farming, so... we'll go ahead and we will... Wait a second, what is your religion? Your religion is totemist. Oh, that's a shame. Well, 40 ducats isn't bad. That is all nice. Can we make them annex migratory tribe? No, that is not viable. Okay, I guess that's just not going to happen for now. We could turn them into a vassal instead if we wanted to save our admin for now, but I don't think that that's really useful. Okay, so I guess we're just going to have to leave things be. Oh, maybe that's how we needed to annex the migratory tribe. Yeah, alright, well... You know what? Force religion, that's pretty expensive. How much development do these guys even have? 17, my goodness. Okay, well that's not that surprising, come to think of it. That's going to cost us a bit, but either way, you know what? We'll figure out all of the specifics in the next one. We'll go through and we'll start beating down their armies. We'll lay siege to a few of them, and just all around turn into an absolute thorn in their side. And yeah, we'll see where it takes us. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.